Who's to blame? Gwyneth Paltrow's ski crash trial. Celebrity lawsuits are always fun to watch. Remember last year when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard gave everyone a treat?
I felt this pressure. He thought he was punching me.
This year, though, it's Gwyneth Paltrow who was briefly on the hot seat. For weeks, Gwyneth has been in the news following a lawsuit in which she was accused of causing a pretty gnarly skiing accident years ago. And not one to take things lying down, she decided to drag her accuser to court. Just like the Johnny Depp suit, Gwyneth's trial has given everyone some interesting moments.
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift.
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly.
And the reactions on social media have just been hilarious. Who doesn't like it when two rich people go at each other in court? So, what exactly was this suit all about? Why is Gwyneth suing an old man for $1? And what have the witnesses said so far? In this video, you'll be getting all the hot scoops about the most talked about lawsuit this year, as well as how it transpired. Kick back and let's jump right in. Gwyneth Paltrow. Remember her? You probably already know Gwyneth Paltrow, or at the very least, you've heard of her. She's one of the most successful actresses of our time. With an Academy Award and a bevy of high-profile movies, this lady literally got to play Tony Stark's wife. Sheesh. If you don't know Gwyneth from her movies, then you probably know her as the woman who founded Goop, the controversial wellness and lifestyle brand that sells things like psychic vampire repellents and cosmic health products.
Exciting days I've had in 2019. The Goop Glow Microderm Instant Glow Exfoliator.
A background to the case. Anyways, Gwyneth was dragged to court following a lawsuit filed against her back in 2019. The suit was filed by a retired optometrist named Terry Sanderson, who accused Gwyneth of skiing into him back in 2016. So, here's the backstory. Back in 2016, Gwyneth and her now husband, Brad Falchuk, took their respective children to the upscale Deer Valley Resort in western Utah. Hey, even actresses and businesswomen need some family time, right? Apparently, Terry was also at the resort. The two of them didn't know each other from the records that had been filed, but Terry claimed that he was skiing at a beginner-level slope called the Bandana Run, where he was skiing downhill from Gwyneth. Now, this is where you kind of have to consider the devil in the details, because as Terry correctly pointed out, downhill skiers generally have the right of way. It's kind of a thing. So you know how you might be driving and someone has to make way for you because you're about to make a turn? Exactly. That's how downhill skiers kind of work. Sadly though, as Terry's lawsuit claimed, Gwyneth apparently didn't get the message. In his suit, Terry claimed that Gwyneth had been skiing too fast and out of control for a beginner and that she had been distracted on the slope. Next thing you know, she rammed into him.
I just remember everything was great, and then I heard something I've never heard at a ski resort, and that was a blood-curdling scream. Just, I can't do it. It was, and then, boom. And it was like somebody was out of control and gonna hit a tree and was gonna die. And that's what I had until I was hit.
But it didn't stop there though. According to Terry, Gwyneth didn't just hit him. He claimed that the collision knocked him out, causing a brain injury, a concussion, 4 broken bones, and other injuries. In an interview, Terry also gave a vivid description of how difficult the recovery process had been.
To sneeze, or when your lung starts to expand, to sneeze, you can't stop it. And you feel your ribs breaking again. Even after 3 months, you can feel them cracking. I sat in a chair and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't function. And so I get so tired, I go to bed. I just go crawl in bed.
You'd think this would be the end, but nope. As Terry added, Gwyneth knew what she had done, and she quite literally didn't care. When she bumped into him, she allegedly just got up and left him writhing in the snow. She didn't get any help or call anyone. And to make matters worse, a man named Eric Christensen, who had been training Gwyneth, literally came over to him and accused him of causing the crash. To blow your mind even more, Terry claimed that Christensen also filed a false incident report, saying that Gwyneth hadn't been at fault whatsoever. Pained at what he believed to be a gross injustice, Terry eventually filed a suit against Gwyneth, Eric Christensen, Deer Valley Resort, and 2 resort employees who had been at the scene of the accident but didn't do anything. He sued everyone for negligence and negligent infliction of emotional distress, eventually asking for $3.1 million. Gwyneth's response. Now, the interesting fact is that most of Terry's suit was actually thrown out by a judge last year. Apparently, he had said in his initial suit that the incident left him unable to cope with life, but records showed that he had made several domestic and international trips since the incident. From the Amazon and Peru to the Netherlands and Sweden, this guy seemed to be living it up even after the accident, so maybe he wasn't as worse off as he had claimed. A skiing expert also testified that Gwyneth's actions after the crash were actually reasonable, and that she didn't flee the scene as Terry alleged. In fact, an instructor at Deer Valley testified that Gwyneth actually stopped to make sure that Terry was okay. So, because of this, Terry was only able to go forward with a suit accusing Gwyneth of causing the accident, one of which saw his demand drop to just $300,000. Well, here's the thing. There are always two sides to a story, and immediately, Gwyneth saw that this was becoming a thing. She filed a countersuit, and what do you know? She said the exact opposite of what Terry said. In her suit, Gwyneth claimed that she was the one who was downhill and that Terry had been the one who had rammed into her.
And two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me, and there was a very strange grunting noise. I said, "You skied directly into my effing back." And he said, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry."
To add some more spice, Gwyneth also claimed that Terry had apologized to her and that he admitted to not remembering what had happened between them. So, how much was Gwyneth seeking for all of this? Well, just $1 in damages. Yeah, looks like she just needed enough money for street side candy or something. Both parties pretty much said they didn't want any jail term and simply wanted to establish that they weren't at fault for the accident. But in Gwyneth's case, the whole thing appeared more like she just wanted to clear her name and prove a point, that she wasn't the cold-hearted person Terry was painting her to be. Sources did say that Terry tried to settle the case out of court, but Gwyneth wasn't buying it. So it really did seem like she just wanted to set the record straight and clear her name. Why else do you think she'd sue for just $1? How did the case go? As you could expect, things were a bit testy in the courthouse. The two sides argued their cases, with Terry pulling out all the stops and even talking about how the ordeal had affected his relationship.
After 8 months, I had to tell her to leave. I said, "I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you gotta leave." And
Why'd you tell her to leave?
I knew she didn't buy into this. She didn't buy in to me not being the same person and coming into a relationship. And I said, I'm not sure I'm going to get back to normal again. And I don't want you to feel like that I'm a crippled vet and you're going to stick it out with me, because I know you would. Half a brain or whatever. I know you would, but don't do it. You need your life. You run right now.
But Gwyneth's lawyer also claimed that Terry was only suing her because she's a celebrity and he was looking to gain some clout. Plus, they added that his pre-existing conditions from an earlier stroke had played a part in the injuries he sustained due to the crash.
And then he posts, and let's put that up. So he's a poster, okay? Big on Facebook, so there are lots of pictures of him, which helps us. It helps us understand him. What does he post to his daughters? "I'm famous." He doesn't post, "I'm hurt." He doesn't post googly gawk. Is that the right word? Confusing stuff.
Confusing stuff? Yup, you sure got that one right, sir. An interesting tidbit did come up when Terry's lawyer asked Gwyneth if she was prone to accidents. When Gwyneth denied it, the lawyer pulled up an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live years back that seemed to contradict what she said in court.
Have you broken anything before?
I've broken actually toes like probably 8 or 10 times.
Really? Like all of them?
I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with me.
Maybe you're drinking too much. Is that possible?
That's definite. But yeah, I gotta stop this toe break.
The lawyer tried to use this as proof that Gwyneth might be lying, but it didn't seem like the court bought that argument.
During that court hearing, that questions were asked repeatedly in Ms. Paltrow's deposition if she was accident prone, to which she said, "No, I am not," which she has admitted a number of times that she is. So this is all impeachment evidence, and that's when the court said, "Okay, that's impeachment. Please provide that information to counsel," which I did. He has all of the articles, etc., and the video where Ms. Paltrow went on Jimmy Kimmel saying, "Yes, I am accident prone. I am always running into things." which is I'm a moron, which is very relevant to this case. How? Yeah. Because we believe that that's exactly what she did.
Of course, there were also several external reactions, with many people just considering this as a case of rich people court. For instance, check out the point when Gwyneth was asked how the entire event affected her, and she said,
Craig Ramone, you said he's not telling the truth or you don't believe him.
There was even a point when Gwyneth's attorneys asked if they could bring treats for the bailiffs, given how helpful they had been. The judge shut that request down easily. But think about what those treats could have been for a second. Probably Goop care packages or something? And you've even got to look at Terry's lawyer here because she was fangirling over Gwyneth hard. She asked the actress to compliment her height one time.
We're about the same height? About 5'5" with heels?
It's roughly.
Oh, tell me I'm taller, please.
This is a woman who was supposed to be leveling an accusation against Gwyneth. What on earth is she doing?
And I'm assuming, and you're under oath here, that you're a good tipper.
And the winner is... After several rounds of questioning and days of trial, the jury finally delivered their verdict, and it went in favor of Gwyneth.
Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes. Was Terry Sanderson's fault a cause Gwyneth Paltrow's... Did Terry Sanderson's fault cause Gwyneth Paltrow's harm? Yes. Comparative fault. What % of the fault do you assign to Terry Sanderson? 100%.
The ruling marked the end of this entire funny debacle, with a millionaire actress and businesswoman leaving with a whopping sum of $1. But it wouldn't be the case without one final absurd moment. After the ruling was delivered, Gwyneth walked over to Terry and whispered something in his ear.
She did. Her exact words, I wish you well. Very kind of her. That's all she said.
Terry later explained that Gwyneth had wished him well. Of course, this isn't to say that Terry was so happy with the outcome.
Was this worth it?
Absolutely not. I'm going to be on the internet forever.
It's always been pretty fascinating when celebrities have court cases. Watching their approach and conduct can truly make for some fun and fodder. So, what did you think about the entire case? Who do you think was at fault here? Let us know in the comments down below.